Fuck you.
I love it when
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
You're now listening to MTM DJs.
Nah. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Nah.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
What up, y'all? It's another one, man. AK.
Sonny, Blanco.
This nigga, DJ Manny. Special guest, man. We got Facegodd all the way back in the cut, man. Talk louder, bro.
I'm all the way in the fucking back. But what's happening?
Let's get into it, man. Toronto. San Antonio. Dumbass trade.
Yeah.
Dumbass trade by Toronto. That was the dumbest shit ever. Like,
was it Toronto or fucking San Antonio?
San Antonio got a good deal out of this. Toronto just traded a 4-time All-Star that was under contract for 4 years for a rental in Danny Green. And you gave away some picks.
So Danny Green got traded in Kawhi. And who else?
It was Kawhi and Danny Green for DeRozan. Some other player, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are.
Okay.
Two second round picks and a projected first round pick that's protected from 1 to 20.
Well, I'll be frank. I think Kawhi is way better than DeRozan. Me, in my personal opinion. You know, they right around the same caliber of player, but it's like, does Kawhi want to be there and gonna play?
He said he doesn't want to be there already.
So, a motherfucker working somewhere that they don't want to be, they may not get a best, you know, in jail and mesh. It looked like he didn't give a shit about San Antonio either, though.
Yeah.
To be
He
honest,
didn't look happy. He ain't look happy, but he was still balling, though.
Still hooping, that's what I'm finna say. Oh, that's my boy.
So it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, man, that shit crazy.
I feel like it's a gamble for Toronto because you were there. You were the first seed last year. If LeBron's not there, you win. For some reason, you can't beat LeBron. LeBron's out west now. After next year, y'all, you're going to look shitty in 2 years. You're going to be playing for the lottery. Yeah, they're going to be playing for the lottery, bro. Kyle Lowry is already a suspect all-star. Serge Ibaka, I think Serge is out of there by trade deadline. I feel like it's going to be they're going to have a false sense of hope. They're going to think Kawhi going to do him because Kawhi going to hoop because he want that cash. If he goes over there, to be honest with you, this trade may get vetoed and he might not even go to the physical.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? They dealing with a totally different monster. Like, he's not conforming to what they want him to conform to. He is cool. He cool. Like, we haven't heard a word from him since before the season when they were talking if he was going to be an MVP candidate.
Damn, that could be
so. It's like
go to the physical.
He will not if he doesn't go to the physical, then the trade's veto.
That sounds like some shit Popovich did on
Kyrie
purpose.
threatened to do that last year. Remember, if he went to a team that he didn't want to go to, he was gonna sit out. He told the Cavs he'll sit out for a year.
Oh yeah, he would.
Yeah, that damn Kawhi damn near sat out a year anyway.
For what my sources tell me, Kawhi's uncle and Kyrie's dad played together overseas, so they like they woke, the real woke. You feel me?
True.
So this ain't nothing to play with. They think he's gonna pull a Paul George and
Didn't you say he's still riding his old Tahoe and some shit like that too?
His '98 Tahoe, and he's a shirt and shorts guy. He don't even.
That's just somebody that stick to what they know. You know? And just I could tell, and I don't want to get into this. Different guys take different other oaths other than them NBA contracts probably, and he probably seen it or heard it or know. So you don't never know what he really feel. Yeah, fly on the wall.
I think that his uncle know if he gets to LA, he can build a brand. It might be that claw thing, but they got a whole plan. And people seeing what LeVar Ball did just put that thinking cap in people's heads like, damn, for real?
Yeah.
So it's like, people not going for that. Just like athletes in the 90s and the 80s, they were just happy to be there, man.
Yeah, because the economics, bro. We was broke. Even that was their way out. They wanted some money. They was writing them a quick check. Here go $300,000. You play him. That's like what, a 2-year contract back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$300,000. What you before the recession? What you gonna do with that?
Right.
A lot. Buy you a nice little house in the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
So do that.
You feel me?
Yeah, with social media, all the needs and wants, and the paparazzi, the women, you even got guys in the streets that's wearing and doing some of the stuff NBA players are doing. So you know, of course, make you want to compete on that level. You know.
I just feel like it was bogus on the Spurs end. The man said he wanted to play at home. Either team would have gave it up if you really, really wanted to give up. They were being greedy. So he said he wanted to go home. You take him out the country, and now his taxes are higher. Customs is hard to deal with. Y'all just made his life so much harder because they were bitter. That's at the end of the day, the Spurs were bitter. They're bitter because if that's the case, you just could have kept him for a year and then see what you can get at the trade deadline and really got something decent.
But the Spurs did get to the playoffs 21 years in a row.
Yeah, they're going to get to the playoffs this year,
so
too.
So it's like, yeah, they definitely going to get there because they still got LaMarcus Aldridge.
And DeRozan is nice.
Rudy Gay.
DeRozan going to be nice for them.
Patty Mills. You know, Tony Parker out of there.
Regardless.
Yeah, Murray, that rookie, that he's not a rookie anymore. He a third-year player now, if I'm not mistaken. He going to be nice.
So I don't blame Pop. He want to make sure he gets something in return, and especially like if they go to where LeBron go, if Kawhi went where LeBron went, you know, he basically would have just opened the door and like, come on in and rob the house, you know, because it's like, you know, that would have been taking candy from a baby.
Yeah, but they could have got Ingram and Kuzma.
That would have knocked him trying to get in the position to get back in the 1, 2, 3, 4 position. That definitely would have put him 5, 6. So he probably felt like, you know, he definitely didn't want to send him there. And even in LA, like the Clippers, you got Lou Williams busting. I don't know who they're now. CP3 and big guy Jordan gone, but
they gonna build that team. The Clippers is the team to watch out for next year. But back to Toronto though, that's a dirty organization. You sign a man for over $100 million. Tell him that he's the future, and then you trade him. So now he has to play for the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing he can do. That's trifling.
Yeah. It's shit people do, man. You know, it's business to business, I guess, you know.
But then they get mad when players go wherever they want to go. Then it's a problem, though.
Look, the slave owners used to do that.
Right.
They take their best cotton picker and sell them or lease them out to a nigga that stay about 30-some miles. They can't get, you know what I'm saying? They can't get his niggas in line, bro.
Yeah,
that's real.
But just to transition, man, what is Trump doing, man? He's committing treason and stuff like that.
Donald Trump?
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Oh, man, I almost gave him, I don't know if I give him this finger or what finger, but yeah, Donald Trump. You know, like y'all pick a finger y'all want to give. But yeah, I don't know much about, you know, verbatim what's happened. I just don't like the guy, and I don't like, you know, what he stand for. He seemed much cooler before he got to be president because rappers was rapping about him. Yeah, everybody was talking Trump, balling like Trump and all this, you know, and I probably had a line or two. And I take that back to an extent, so I have a halfway point. We just don't know what he's doing as a president. It looked like he willing to lead this world.
Didn't you say that? I didn't mean to cut you off. Didn't you say he wouldn't even like show manners to the lady? Yeah, get into that, bro.
Prime Minister.
Yeah, I wanted to hear about that.
The Queen. Yeah, but it looked like he just don't take life serious. He's straight. Other people. He's making it so obvious that things are colonized in this world. Like the rich get richer. The poor. You know, he making it so obvious. Different memes you see, or demographics, even pictures of different things. If you look through the internet, just different things that'll make your skin crawl and want to start a race war or some type of strike against the government. Not even black against white, but you know, the government.
Man, my whole thing is that the whole world is like, the USA usually team up with the Germans, the Japans of the world, those countries, not the communist countries. So this is the first time that like America is teamed up with like Russia. So it's weird. Like we ain't been cool with really been cool with Russia since like before World War I.
I don't know much about that shit, the Cold War and all that, the Cold War, whatever they call it, but I just know that it don't seem right. You know, he played with the election. You got different things, came up with the text feed, they hid messages from Hillary, all that different stuff.
His wife is Russian, though.
How can you take this man?
So it's like,
this is creepy, bro. It's creepy. It's creepy.
I feel like it was like her cousins or something was the ones that just, you know what I'm saying, it just came out that they did hack The motherfucker, they hacked the election. You know what I'm saying? Came out on the news, all that shit.
Like nigga,
We knew that. The fuck?
like nigga,
We know this.
But my
Y'all
thing
are
is
the
that's
hackers of the
treason.
world.
That's treason.
Look.
So why is he even still there? He should have been impeached. Like we
He
letting it
should have.
ride.
Why he had a whole rape case during this fucking election? Like, what kind of shit is that, bro?
What you was saying, Face though?
all I was saying, this nigga got a whole roast Trump show on TV.
A roast Trump, roast him, yeah.
Like they be frying his ass.
That's crazy for the president though. Like it's like our presidency is like a joke right now. Like
Right.
it's a
That's what I'm
joke.
saying, like, there's a
I fuck
fucking
around and
joke.
want to get in a Twitter battle with him. LeVar Ball just made 13 million. We need to think of some shit. Establish our business and start talking about some rights or something. And go at his ass. Somebody else just called him a punk B, baiting him, but he ain't say nothing back. So it's kind of like he an
I just
idiot.
want to know what's
You
really
have to
going on,
say
man.
something different. We had to,
He's so caught up in that multimedia and being that apprentice show, whatever he got going on, that he take the bait so easy on that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of
Okay, from one heathen to another heathen. So one of my homies wanted to know why can Kanye West get on the radio with anything? They'll push that shit.
Scoop.
So let's dig in, man. Because now that the hype is down of the whole rollout and the people that's listening to the project,
Even when he be trying to
got
rap too,
time
though.
now. We could really dissect the project and be like, what was it? It wasn't a good project. I felt like the last project he did was decent, but this one was just like, it was all for just media takeout. Everything, the whole layout. It was just to get under Drake's skin and just feed off that energy. He kicked it off by feeding off energy with the slave thing. Got everybody talking about that. They was talking about it on ESPN before they even talking about sports. So he used that to get the momentum going. And once he caught on to the whole Drake thing, he did the same thing that Donald Trump does.
Yeah.
Sound bites. Everything was a sound bite. And you just use sound bites.
nothing I really heard Kanye say in the last few years since Watch the Throne really was that much of a thrill, like bars, you know what I'm saying? And especially exposed he a ghostwriter. So it's like, if you got 8 motherfuckers to write a rap and you got $1 million budget, you supposed to come with something cold. And it's just like, that shit was makeshift to me. And he basically, to me, I'll be frank, he kind of fucked Nas' album up. Nas, I don't know if he got it fronted those beats or what happened, but it was like, it was kind of weird like that. If I had everything, that shit was, you should have said that.
No,
for
Cop Shot the Kid was cold.
Cop Shot the Kid was cold, but I'm saying the song he sang on. That shit.
Yeah, it felt like Nas couldn't even really, because it was like he was just, I don't
It's
know.
like Nas put his lyrics and then sent him the lyrics, and then Kanye formatted the beats or some shit. Like Nas wasn't even there. The whole through and through. But back to Kanye, not to even include Nas, but I feel like I don't know who this guy is. I see the movie Get Out, and he remind me of the guy with the straw hat on. Like something happened, like
don't even sound the
jumped in his
same.
ear, and
His
he's
voice
got a
don't even
whole
sound
nother
the same.
body, a brain inside of his physical body. So. And I don't know how deep NK Ultra and all that stuff go, and what specific pills or drugs, even if he's on the substance, but something just don't seem right. Maybe if I don't need fame like that, if that's what turns you into that type of shit, then it's like they say Kim is not really giving him his propers at home, so maybe that would make a man go crazy. But then you got to get back into society. Then
He ain't got no excuse, man. He got
you gotta
bands,
leave
man.
her then. Fuck her, not like that.
There's
but
no excuse
fuck
for it.
that
I
girl,
think
not her, but
that
woman that she with.
Kanye is just, he's misguided. Like he got all that, he got that same energy and drive that he had
wouldn't
before,
say
but
he
now it's
misguided.
just, it's gone. It's like, it's almost like that. Remember Star Wars? If y'all watched that, remember Anakin? And then like that, he just went to the dark
I
side.
think Kanye is not
That's
worried
what that
about
shit remind me
this
of.
era and this generation right now today. He worried about something 10 years from now. He knows he's making it obvious that something's going to happen, like a holocaustic event, a bomb,
I can
some
see
type
that.
of something happening, because he's preparing and he's acting as if like he's trying to be safe and survive it, and making sure people that are watching to annihilate, they make sure they pull him back over to where it's a safe zone. And I don't even want to get into that type of propaganda, but like I said, we could jump
Conspiracy
into
theory.
that shit. I don't give a fuck, because I got my dash in between. Life is gonna come anyway. So when you go,
Which
when you
I
go.
don't
Only
know,
God
man.
knows.
It's hard to tell because it's like it's hard to read. But I feel you on that, because he been on that since Watch the Throne though. Like when she say what you want to do, I just want to live, all of that shit. Like I remember that shit. That was 10 years
Watch
ago.
the Throne was cold though. I rock with it, but that's around when Kanye was starting to get kind of abstract and
New Slaves was it. Once he did New Slaves, it was over.
Yeah. What other topic you had? You want to go Ye? You want to go Trump? You want to go Kawad?
Pretty much touched on everything. I want to touch. The last one I want to touch on.
Let's go LeVar Ball, man. We ain't do LeVar Ball yet.
That's my boy.
Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, I fuck with LeVar, so you ain't gonna hear no negative shit on this podcast.
Ball. I don't know the estimates of the dollar amount, but they say going back, I heard of him. I watched his son even before he went to UCLA, Lonzo, and he was hooping, throwing oops and averaging like 20 assists and 80. Didn't he score like 50 points, something like that, 70, a high amount of points? No, he scored something like that too. But he was on the radar where he just was dunking and could do no wrong. He had the ball on the string. I remember hearing about him just like that. Then I heard about he has his own BBB, and that's between the gap before he went to UCLA. And I heard that in their local school they would sell the merchandise. You know what I'm saying? So that like they would sell it on campus at the high school. It's like I don't know if it's a Catholic school, Chino Hills.
No, it's just a decent school in a decent area.
A real popular school.
Chino Hills is a very decent area.
So
he been making money. It's been a business. It's just that he started going crazy around the draft time when he was getting ready to go draft.
The dad, Lonzo, LeVar, hyped that up. Like, what you think about that? Like his promotion.
It was great. It's gonna, if he does with BBB what we think he's gonna do, like create it into like a Nike or Jordan, then that's gonna go down in history because he single-handedly promoted that shit by himself. He turned out all the media outlets. I remember you got to a point where the workers at ESPN were mad at work because they had to talk about LeVar Ball. They were pissed they had to go to work. So it was like he took out to be honest with you, Lonzo,
he's on wrestling, right?
He's decent, but he pushed him to the number 2 pick.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He pushed him to the 2 pick.
That's why I brought him up. Like before that, that's why I made it real serious. Like I heard a little homie
cleaned that shit up with Jello and the whole thievery shit. You know,
and not to even mix that with Trump, because that with Trump even piggyback back to that. Trump, they say, helped him get off of that, and they say LeVar had that battle on. I gotta look at the battle. What made him a third? That's a very expensive bill, boy.
Yeah, he came up 13 million.
Text,
battling
text
with
battle.
On Twitter.
They've had to piss whatever he said, piss Trump off, bro.
He gets under their skin, and they can't get mad because, like I said, he played in the NFL, so he's not begging them for stuff like that. Oh, you should be happy your son's gonna get offered a shoe deal. No, we gonna create our own.
Right.
So they hate that, and they get a lot of our people that hate that too, because our people, we watch the media and we love them what they say, so we automatically. We
just
don't
just to piggyback what Manny said, like guys, that money offered to you, like here go 5,000. You know, I guess used to 500. You'll take that shit instead of waiting. You know, because they, not to mention MC Hammer, but they said he waited like 8 times to get that 100 million he got, that advance. You know, not to then bounce back to LeVar. My bro.
Yeah, I'm all for LeVar. What y'all think, man?
What y'all think about?
Fucking with LeVar, that's my dude. Just as a father, man. I mean. What you mean? He started his own shoe, like he like Superman to his kids. Like,
on 10,
the nigga done went toe to toe with the president. You feel me?
Facts.
Yeah.
The nigga done started his own basketball league for you to play in because these niggas want to tweak. He off. They don't want to. That's like when you were shorty. You don't get picked up on the squad, your pops go make out his own league.
Damn, that's real.
But you grown and you finna get checked for this, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Before that, got his son in the NBA, just like you said, piggyback, you feel me?
That bitch the JBA.
Just like Cube with the 3-on-3.
Just like I love to see that shit.
And I'll take it to a stuff
black
like
people need to support that
dudes
shit.
that's not like get
all
into college and stuff like that, but can still hoop. They lose that opportunity, and now they can go hoop.
They got to go overseas and can't see their family like they
or
want.
Play some semi-pro that they need, that's paying minimum wage.
Yeah.
If you could just establish even 20 teams, like just some 10 East Coast, 10 West Coast, and people could still travel and get some type of accommodations with the airlines and different light sponsorships, then that'll be good. I believe somebody will.
We praise Ice Cube, who's not just he's the face of it, but he has a partner with the Big Three. We praise that because it was FS1 Fox sponsor that.
Yeah.
But we try to shit on
I feel like
LeVar shit because it's independent.
He already got the shoes and stuff like that.
Man.
He just could get the hotel industry, the travel
that's no
industry,
disrespect to Ice Cube because I love the Big Three. I love seeing Amari Stoudemire and fucking Nate Robinson.
That idea.
But
because remember when niggas thought Diddy was gonna try, you know what I'm saying, try to go buy a team or something?
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's sparking that idea. Like nigga, buy the NFL. Buy you know what I'm saying? Well, let's start. We are the shit that attracts everybody anyway. Like they not coming to go see the old white man that's sitting on the bench.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a few. It's, don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to discriminate, but come on, man. The majority in the NBA,
it's not racist if it's true.
Is a big comparison.
All facts. Look
The players, the majority of ethnicities, compared to the ownership in the NBA. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And we don't take a knock, and the same people, we don't take a nod at the MLB or the NHL or different other sports.
To be honest with you, the MLB is ran by the Dominicans and the Latinos, to be real with you.
Golf and other sports are saturated by other races. You know, that's just what you gravitate to. You know, guys don't mind. They could dunk and jump. Don't hate on that. You can't jump and dunk. You know, it ain't the same playing volleyball and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm team LeVar Ball, man. And he got the whole music on lock too. People forget that. They selling music on iTunes, bro.
Not to switch topics right quick. What you think about USA basketball, and what's the team Barcelona gonna be and who gonna come back? They say Steph ain't coming because he just had the baby boy. You know, obviously you probably know LeBron ain't going.
Ain't nobody really playing this year. The coach gone now. Coach K gone.
Kawhi did mention that he's gonna go, but with this discrepancy with his trade, I don't know how he feel about that. You know what I'm saying? They say Kawhi is the only major
Jimmy
star.
Butler will be there.
He the only major star that said he definitely gonna come, and he need to play in some type of conditioning like that to be ready to transition in the real ball. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been sitting down for a while, and he got to prove himself with that bridge. So
yeah,
I see AD coming back.
AD will be there. Like I said, Jimmy will be there. Kyrie will hoop. No, Kyrie not gonna hoop.
I think they should get Blake Griffin since the Cousins is down. Ain't too many big men.
Blake will be there.
Or Marcus
Damian Lillard finally might probably have his chance to represent USA.
Rosen gonna go. Rosen definitely gonna go. He did that 360. You know he wants some of that.
Hell yeah.
Paul George might go back,
but Paul George might not go.
He hurt himself. That's what I'm saying. He may want redemption. If he think like me, he never got that gold medal.
Disclaimer
from Paul George. He got his money. Yeah. Well, Paul George got his money. Yeah.
Rose. Big D Rose fan, one of the best point guards, if you will.
Rose might go back.
Rose ain't hooping for Team USA.
I think Kyrie needed to go because he sat in a little bit.
He hurt.
Yeah,
he's rehabbing. Rose ain't hooping for Team USA no more.
But he got a sack though. So even with taking them 2 million,
J.R. Smith need to go if he could get.
He only be signing them contracts to buy him out. He ain't fooling nobody. Be like, you know what? Team USA is not rocking.
J.R. Smith ain't gonna get to go.
I'll pay. He like fucking. I'll pay my rent with that.
Yeah. Or let me buy out when it's playoff time to a contender. Come on, man.
Hell yeah.
We know
he got money stacked up though. Like
James Harden might go.
James Harden will be there. Oh, you know it's gonna be the new stars.
I see Clay going there too.
Clay gonna be there. It's the new stars.
KD may fuck around and go.
KD will be there. The whole Golden State. It's gonna be the Golden State team and then some All Stars. Yeah. That's right on the head. Yeah. Where Coach and Pop gonna coach.
John Wall need to go too. Yeah. John Wall need to go and go.
It's gonna be
the Wizards gonna be decent next year.
Yeah, they got the Dwight.
The East gonna be decent.
Let's switch to the East right quick. What y'all think about the East now, man?
Jabari Parker home.
Yeah.
Fuck you mean, man?
The East. Who's on the East now? You got
I like
Boston.
the idea.
You like the idea
of Jabari Parker.
I wish we would have got Mahamba, whatever his name is. I heard, or my homie told. Shout out Cicero.
But I feel like niggas
Orlando stole him from us.
Why the fuck? Like y'all should have been building this team up, but I feel like
is Zach LaVine still in the
Bulls? He with us, bro. We paid him.
We need probably like one more.
So who did Milwaukee get in the trade? Did they trade?
It wasn't a trade. He signed as a free agent.
So what you think about Milwaukee now? Do you think they're gonna be better?
I think they're gonna take a step back because Jason Kidd's not there.
Yeah,
but what's that little guard name? Bledsoe. You got the Greek Freak. Man. You got Middleton.
They're gonna be a great regular season team.
Yeah, they're gonna be decent. You got Boston still coming back. Kyrie gonna be there. Haywood gonna be back.
It's a three-headed race now. It's gonna be Toronto, Philly, and Boston.
Yeah, I forgot about Philly.
With the outside looking in, Chicago gonna be a team that's like a 6th, 7th. Indiana's gonna be like a 5th. Detroit gonna be decent.
They got Oladipo.
Indiana gonna be decent. Detroit, they got somebody else to for all of these trades. Indiana been grabbing all the people on these trades.
Jr. He was smacking, and that other guy, number 44, he was putting in work too. I forgot his name.
Detroit gonna be decent.
Yeah, they got Blake in them.
Yeah. And actually, like it's gonna be a fight. It's like the West is gonna be a fight, but better records, and the East is gonna be a fight, but weaker records.
It's just so like the East gonna be Miami too. We forgot about them.
Miami's gonna take a step back.
The West is where it's at.
Yeah, the West.
That's why I even mentioned the East and didn't even say no West because it's like What if, it should be. This should be the one year they said West versus West. Like, whoever make it there, the top 16 motherfuckers get there. Because this shit huff. Because it's gonna be unfair. There's gonna everybody gonna be watching all the West Coast games, and then they come on at night. So it's like people gonna be missing them and not really get to enjoy it.
But I think the East is gonna be more exciting because the games are gonna be close.
I don't think so, because I believe people gonna be slacking. I believe people gonna be
niggas hungry. LeBron gone now, bro. Niggas want to be the best player in the conference, bro. It's gonna be decent. The basketball players gonna be better in the West, but the excitement and entertainment is gonna be decent in the East.
I see Philly really doing something because
watch Markelle Fultz, bro. People sleeping on Markelle Fultz. Philly got a 3-headed monster over there.
Philly and Boston, that's it.
Philly, Boston, Toronto.
The Bulls, I don't see it because
they gonna be decent. The Bulls gonna be in the playoffs though. The Bulls gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah. Jabari may do something.
If nobody get injured.
That's what
if nobody get injured, the Bulls make the playoffs.
He walking tender. He gonna be up a flight of stairs trying to go tender, let alone trying to hoop
7 seed,
playoffs.
fighting for a 6 seed, and damn near be all the way to a 4 seed, and then lose it all the way to the 7 seed to the last game of the year.
Atlanta, who's in Atlanta? I forgot about
Atlanta. Just got Trey Young. They got the rookie, but they ain't on shit.
What about number 11 with the 11 in his hair?
He's physically weak.
What's Buddy name with the gold in his hair again? Number 11. I forget his name. The little point guard from England or London or something. On Atlanta.
I know you talking about with the little patch in his head. They trying to trade him. They was trying to trade him for Cal Korver.
He took Teague's spot. I forget dude name.
I know who you talking about.
Yeah,
I know exactly.
Everybody know
who you talking about. They look. Put it in the comments, y'all. But I was gonna say, Atlanta's gonna be playing for a lottery, bro. They not gonna shit this year.
Yeah.
Cleveland is gonna be playing for a lottery.
Sexton is cold. One of my little homies, Keontae, shout out to him. He told me about Sexton like around Christmas time. He played a game, scored 50-something in a high school game. And I think he hit the game winner. Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, the Cleveland is not going to be Cleveland. If Cleveland keep their team together, they'll be a playoff team. But I think everybody want to get traded on that.
He kind of could do what Kyrie did, but ain't no guy to help him like LeBron. So it made, I don't know who's on Cleveland.
That rookie dude, that rookie.
They got rid of Jeff Green. He was like a prototype kind of.
Isn't Jeff Green in Washington now?
That's what I'm saying. Cleveland got rid of him. So now I don't know what Cleveland gonna
Washington gonna be problem, man. They got Dwight Howard, who was underrated.
Jeff Green kind of remind me of LeBron a little bit when he want to get playing.
They got John Wall, Bradley Beal. They didn't touch their team really.
They got rid of Buddy though. You know what I'm saying?
But they got Jeff Green and they got Dwight Howard.
Yeah, that's what's up. They mess around, be top 3, 4 out there. That's
what I'm saying. The East is gonna be interesting. That's
what it is. It got to be. They got to play smart, like how LeBron used to get there 8-9 years in a row. He used to purposely around the All-Star break. Now I don't want to admit this because I don't know. It seems to me rather that they would not throw games, but they just wouldn't give it their all to fall amongst the rankings so they could play not the top seed first. Like it's Philly and Boston, that Philly and Boston matchup.
Yeah, that's facts.
That was crazy. Like Cleveland always be taking the easy road.
The Bulls actually have a chance to be really, really good. Like he said, if we have no injuries.
So
if we have no injuries, we good.
And that's a part of basketball. So if guys want to do that, they want to get 4th, 5th seed to bypass all that, to be able to, especially if you got injuries on your team, you might want to do that. You had Kevin Love down a lot. Kyrie was down a lot at times, so maybe they had to do that.
Like, this is the time for Gardner, just to get to the Bulls, because I ain't watched the Bulls in 2 years. This is the time where I want them to be aggressive during the trade deadline. Go get Kevin Love. He's sitting right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Go get him. You need that's the finishing little piece. If the Bulls can get Kevin Love, they're gonna be decent. Because then you got that number 24 he ain't no slouch.
That shit's not gonna happen, bro.
Why not?
The Bulls office is not going to
be y'all talking about the Bulls office.
They got rid of Jordan. Come on, man. They wouldn't give Jordan.
They said that Tony Kukoc, that this was his team.
Right, that's what they got rid of Jordan and Pippen. So,
but yeah, man. Leave comments to next time. We gone.
Gotta be easy.
I ain't no activist. I'm the protagonist. I don't go capping it. I fly solo like one cup in the cabinet. The cabin's the cabinet. They trust me at landing it. They call me the advocate. They'll slide like an abacus. Boy meets world, everybody been savages. I just wanna really know how much a Joe Shooter averages. I'm not no nice guy, I'm just a good guy. The bad guys should really stay on my good side. I smell my roses younger than the good die. The Illuminati couldn't see me with their good eye. They think they Heath Ledger scary, they just Jack Nichols. I'm assigned to my city like the bat signal. Young chosen one, golden boy, De La Hoya. It ain't too many me's, rest in peace to Vern Troyer. I was younger than I seemed as a kid. I mean my G17, 18 in the head. I mean I'm only...
It's MTM DJs.
I love it when AKB DJ.